We in the pro-life movement years ago hopefully assumed that as science progressed, as specifically the study of fetology, what's going on in the womb with the unborn child, would make this argument obsolete, as it became irrefutably clear that those children in the womb are human beings. Well, that has, to a large extent, taken place. We know more about the humanity of those unborn children than we ever dreamed we would. But the moral collapse within the culture has been progressing more rapidly than science. And while most Americans understand the humanity of the unborn child in an abstract way, it no longer matters as to whether or not they may be exterminated. They're still inconvenient. They're still in the way of the pursuit of the immediate gratification of my every desire, which makes them expendable. And what we see repeating itself is the deadly pattern of modern history, as based on false religions, whether that be communism or Nazism or American secularism. We conclude that human life is no different than any other animal life form, and that therefore the strongest, the fittest, may choose a particular segment of the human race, other human beings, who are too weak to resist them, and designate them as undesirable or expendable. For the Nazis, they called their racial foes Untermenschen Sub-humans, that means in German, or lebensunwürdig leben, life unworthy of being lived if you were physically or mentally handicapped. What they were doing is the same thing that a cattle or a horse breeder does today. They were culling the herd to get rid of the undesirables. And the fundamental conviction of our historic culture that there is, in fact, a unique value, a sanctity, if you will, to human life, which, when challenged or denied, jeopardizes every human life and transforms the nature of our coexistence within this society, has been cast aside. That's where we stand today.
So the danger is in losing our humanity and living in a prideful, self-gratifying sense that nobody's going to want to be around anyway if it goes to its illogical extent.
Well, that's the bitter irony of the devil's effectiveness. He promises us freedom and fulfillment and happiness, and what he gives us is slavery, emptiness, and unhappiness. We see the deterioration of our human interrelationships based on this fallacy, this fundamental lie, throughout the culture in the way people treat one another. You can see it on the freeway driving out here tonight. It's survival of the fittest out there, guys. And nobody yields to anybody else, or you won't get to where you want to go when you want to get there.
Yeah.
And that principle is being applied across the board in every relationship we experience, whether that's at work or in our marriages or in our schools. Once we take away the core conviction that there is an inalienable right because of the special nature of what it means to be human, that impacts everything.